Well, he doesn't do anything other than make messes down here. I do too. But it's not like it's his basement. Of course, he absolutely believes that. So, Gretchen Bishop, first on the board today. Pretty good. Dave Bichard. Man, you make me want to get one of those. That's an HHR. So handsome looking good car there. Hold on. It's funny. Well, they'll know that I'm on a show, doing my show. So, anyway, sorry about that. Dave Bichard. Oh, everybody got too fast. SSR. That's right. Ruthie, good morning. Jim Black, good morning. Betty Carlson, good morning. Jeremy Hunt, good morning. Kathleen Beckett Napier, good morning. Steve Dietering, Pat and Scott, very, very good. And yes, Dave, there is a huge difference between an HHR and an SSR. You're fine. Give you a guitar. Which one? Oh, and the answer is already no, by the way. I'm not giving you these. I fight for every darn one of them, except that one. No, I don't know. I not only do I have enough guitars, I'm not giving any of them away, and I'm always looking for more. So exactly, Mike. That's a 69. That's a 1969 Framus. Out of the PP mug. Oh, you got it yesterday? That's so awesome. So I'm going to try something. No, Jeremy, you can't have that Framus. So as we're seeing people watch the show on reruns, don't call me reruns. I call it reruns, but when you're watching the YouTube replays or on Facebook, I've had a few people talk to me about the can't read the comments aren't in sync with what I'm talking about. So I'm going to try this. I'm obviously not a professional anything. I'm going to try to make reference to the comment and then answer the question. I'm going to try to do that. I'm not going to do it every time. But I'm going to try to do that. So Dave Bichard. That was already there. James Rankin, I'm not giving you a guitar. So James asked for a guitar. I'm not giving him any of them. Paula Scholl, good morning. Betty Carlson is drinking coffee out of her PP mug that she got yesterday, and that's from my beautiful cousin. Are they open again? I didn't know. It's such a tough world right now with that kind of thing. The Framus, Bob Dewey says good morning. Jeremy, you cannot have that. So actually, Dave, the fancy intro, that's from Mr. Scott. That's what he does in his free time, is does fancy intros. I don't do the fancy stuff there. He does it, and it's really good. Joyce Neergardner, good morning. James Ranke, yeah, I'll bet you'll call me. You never call me. And Julie Stover, good morning. Having a pretty good morning, actually. Got me and coworker. Can we have a morning song? Not this particular morning, but yeah, I'm working on a couple ideas. We'll see. Good. She's up and running. Excellent job. Dave Dixon, my good friend from the UK, Mr. Dave Dixon. So Dave, I loaned out one of your picks, and I think I'm not getting it back. Gosh, I love them. They're so much. They're so awesome. And it's funny. Dave Dixon hand makes guitar picks at a level of size that you've just never seen before. Dave Bichard says I only sing for money now, and that's not 100% true. Sometimes though. So here is two guitar picks. This one is pretty much your standard. You get it see how thin it is. Nothing to it. And this is one of Dave's picks. Now, when you look at the front, you're like, yeah, it's about the same. But when you do this, can you look at the difference in size? Like, it's remarkable. Like, this is probably not quite a mil, somewhere right around there, a millimeter. And this is, I think Dave said these are somewhere in the 5. They're awesome. There's a learning curve. But once you get onto them, man, I love them. So, Dave Dixon, good. Betty Carlson, Julie Aaron, good to have you on the show. Snowy morning. Are you home still? Oh, you were waiting for results, I believe. So good luck with that. Hope everything works out. Mark Dancer, my good friend. Haven't seen you in a while in these early mornings. So good to have you on the show, Mark Dancer. Yes, Gould. We were playing some guitar. You go, give me one of those Dixon picks. So take a time out of the first day to watch. Oh, that's great, Judy. Thank you. Welcome to the show. That's so Judy Dietering Shoop taking time out of the busy day to watch me for the first time. Glad to have you on the show. Julie Stover, thank you. So this morning, so I had HR's home today, and so that helps. Brian's on this morning. Somebody tell me what Brian said. Why? I still don't understand why I can't see Brian. So we apparently need to have a like a placard that we put up that says Brian Fink's on the call. What if I could use my phone to see the Brian comments? Well, Brian, good to have you back. This is just people will just have to tell me what you're saying. Hope the hip's doing well. I had my final shoulder issue not resolved, but I'd been went and saw a surgeon, and then they said some PT. They were going to maybe do some shots. They were going to do all that kind of stuff. Oh, nice picks. Thank you, Julie, for saying that. And Brian, they are darn nice picks is what they are. They're boutique. When you think Pat Buzzard, you don't really think boutique nothing. But for some reason, I now play boutique picks imported from the UK, from Northumberland. Yeah. Which I had snow the other day, which is pretty cool. The Dave Dixon. Brian is on the call. Good to have you. You know what? I might just start doing that, figuring out a way to just have you come in as a guest. Just that would be fine. So Dave, on your Instagram page, Dave, I don't know if you're seeing it, it's the Fat Fish Guitars. Do you post your walking pictures on that as well? So Dave lives in this incredible scenic area of the UK, and he goes out for a daily walk since lockdown and COVID and things like that. Seems like you've gone on more of a scenic walks, and every one of them looks like a postcard. I might start doing that. I might start making welcome to Dave's land or something with your pics, or with your photos there. So pretty cool. Jeannie Lewis, good morning. Oh, you're probably not Jeannie anymore. Sorry. Jean Lewis, good morning. Good to have you on the show. So let's see. Guitar playing a little bit. Eddie Ambras. You know, Eddie, I was going to send you a message because I hadn't seen you yet this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Ambras was on the show. Let's give it up. So this morning also, we try to ride bikes in the morning to school on days we have school. And it's a school schedule that is not every day. It's not, what do you call it? Hybrid. That's it. It's a hybrid school session. So we try to ride every day. But I have a different, like there's another line I put on there it's got to be at least 40 degrees. And it's a lot colder than 40 degrees. This morning, I went out to warm up the truck. I was just wearing this t-shirt and a light hoodie. Brightenstein, good morning, my friend. Wow. You don't have to go. You could just, Sir Buzzard, your Majesty, I don't know, something like that. It's fine. You don't have to get all crazy like that. But this morning, it felt like I got tricked because I went out for a walk last night, and I felt overdressed. I was basically wearing this with a puffy coat over it. I'm very warm. No, Brian, look, here at Pat's Pandemic Podcast, your massiveness, your so here at Pat's Pandemic Podcast, can you see? I don't know, can't say it as good. We need to work on our graphics card. Pants are option. I don't care. If you're ever on the show, you're really, you're very rarely are you going to see from here down. Even there, I could have no pants. You wouldn't know. It's fine. Glenn, I did, so about my shoulder, I did the PT, and I, for the first time in my life, I did all the stuff that I was told to do. Like every single thing, all the exercises, all the things, all the stretches, all the blah, 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 blahs. And to be quite honest, and I'll say, I shouldn't say I was surprised, but I was surprised that my shoulder feels great. It's not brand new, but it feels substantially better than when I went to them. So, Dave, you're just waiting. You're just waiting for me to talk about sheets. So my good friend Brightenstein, see, this is what we're talking about. There's an important part of the show that, it could be made more better. To pick picks. Right. So Mr. Brightenstein was looking for employment opportunities in his particular industry, and asked me about sheets one day, and I was like, "Oh, you don't want me to go down that rabbit hole, because I love sheets. Sheets to this day, and I can't stress enough when I go to sheets, like I kind of lose my vision. I just walk up to the thing, and it's got a push pad kiosk, I guess. And there's just a bunch of them. There's a bunch of kiosks, and there's people back behind the kiosk just working just furiously trying to get your food together. And then you put your food order in, and then at the end of your order, they're like, "Do you want bacon?" And you're like, "Of course I want bacon," or "I don't want bacon," which I don't know. I don't even know if you can say no, but "Do you want bacon?" So you agree. Then there's a whole French fry aisle, and then there's a whole, there's all these other things that you can get. But the problem is with sheets is, next thing you know, I've gotten this gigantic order. And it's not like driving food at this point. You have to sit down. And the great move that Sheets did, I don't know how long ago it's been. It's at least 10 years. But they had a dine-in option. So this is what I'm talking about. It's such amazing food at a convenient location. Restrooms are always clean too, by the way. That you can't stop ordering. It's just so good. So you order your food and you wander around and you buy the stuff. You can make your own milkshake. I mean, it's perfect. It's the perfect store. Just saying. I'm just saying. Thank you, Bob. It is. It's. I mean, I don't know that I would go on a date to Sheets. I'm not saying I wouldn't, but I don't know if it's like, do you want to go get steak tonight, or you want to go get an MTO? What's an MTO? Oh, an MTO is a made-to-order sub. That's the foundation of all this. So I'll get off Sheets. Brent Brown, good morning. I was just rambling on, Brent, about my love of Sheets, and I saw that you posted you've done some great changes in your life, I think, or exercise or whatever, but you're at an all-time fitness level. Congratulations, because it's tricky. It's tricky to do anything, like moving the ball forward, in your fitness level. And then obviously these last, 10 months have been not awesome. So So great job on that. Julie Stover, I've had a lot of jobs over my life in my lifetime. I had a job as a deer skinner once. I had a job as a tree trimmer once. I've worked in all various forms of the car industry. But what I'm saying is I don't see there's any reason why I can't be a sheets pitch person. So good to so good looking. All right, always working out. Good to have you. Well, thank you, Mr. North. Thank you very much. So why I'm all excited about all that is there is going to be a huge influx of. I was a hay balist for many years. I actually have a song where I wrote years ago about baling hay. Awesome. That's good. Right. The downside to eating at Sheetz is, I'm not saying it's like, dense, calorie rich. So you just have to be prepared for it. There's a price to admission. So if you want to go to Sheetzland, be prepared to maybe walk an extra mile or something like that. So, so good to have everybody here. Everybody seems in a good mood. It's Thursday. We are going to, this is the new startup. We're still going to do Friday shows. So we're going to do Monday through Friday, this sort of 9:15, 9:10, somewhere around there. I'm still working in my schedule of all that stuff working on. You're a petroleum distribution engineer. Fantastic. Christine Steele, good morning. I just found out that our aunt is sipping coffee out of one of your handmade Pat's Pandemic podcast mugs. And that's awesome. Super awesome. So anyways, we're going to be doing 5 days a week. There's also a new show. And I know everyone, not everyone. A few of you asked about music and doing music in the morning. It's not always conducive to get that to happen. I'm also working through a few things with these things, which isn't great. That's okay. But the new show, which will debut in February, will be a little more music centric. If not me, other people, but it will be, there'll be a variety of things that might be going on. So we're still hammering out details on that. When the push comes, it'll be there. If you haven't, there's going to be a cowbell section. And I'm also considering, doing well, it's not going to be a morning show. So we'll just say it that. Yeah, that's a new show. We're talking. Well, that's fantastic. So everybody, good to have you on the show. I needed a good mood this morning. I went for a good walk. I listened to a good playlist. Playlist. So my music that I use is YouTube music. That's the one I use. And the big thing right now is playlists. Like basically, when I was a kid, you listen to the radio. And if you like something on the radio, see, James, you saw right through my my code. So I'm thinking about adding a playlist somewhere in the show. Not so much, I don't want to necessarily talk about it, but maybe just making it available. Do you have any interest in that? Like, I listen to sometimes a lot of the same thing and sometimes completely new things. And, so we jammed with some guys the other night. And the first things that I want to know is like, what's everybody listening to? Because I have a tendency to go down I do deep dives on artists. So I'll be like, I'll just pick an artist. I'll just try to listen to everything that they've done. At least put an ear on it. I don't know if there's any artist that I love everything they've done, that would be amazing if that happens. But I don't know. I'm going to kick it around. I don't know. I'll probably make a couple of playlists available. And if you want to see them, cool. I'm not selling nothing. Just like always, I'm not selling anything. So, yes, James, we're going to consider having a variety show, if you will. Bob Dewey, cowbell soloist. I love all of it. Jim, I was on a Stevie Wonder kick. Mumford and Sons. Sometimes I call it the Billy Ray Cyrus effect, but sometimes a band gets so big, in like one thing, that they're only known for that one thing. So Billy Ray Cyrus, although whether whatever, the Achy Breaky Heart thing, but Achy Breaky Heart was so big that even though he had several other number one hits, and whether that was just caught in the wake of his stardom at the time, or were they also great songs, and it gets overwhelmed. So Mumford and Son is a great example of that they had a couple of songs that blew up. They basically invented stadium folk is kind of what they were, but their catalog is pretty interesting. Pete Thorne, Drake White. I don't know Drake White. Devil Makes Three. I saw the Devil Makes Three in a little tiny venue here in Columbus, Ohio. I don't even know what it's called. It was called The Basement back then. I don't know if it's. Honestly, it's hard to tell what make. What they, if they, if they're still around. I'm sure they are, but the Devil Makes Three. I saw them, and they were opening for somebody. Like they were like completely unknown. And I was blown away. It was like they were so entertaining and so good. The banjo is what gets you. For a while there was like, you can't have a banjo. If you don't have a banjo in the band, you might as well not bother. So stuck in a tall radio rut. So Randy Carnes, my good friend and Pennsylvania brother, says that he's stuck in a tall radio rut, but actually what he meant was a talk radio rut. So that's awesome. Yes, Sarah, I think you're correct on both. Both. Yeah, homeschool's tough. Good morning and good luck on you. Santana, I love it. James Ranke, also my friend. So we'll talk. Music's one of those things that I just love. Like I love hearing what other people love, and if it's one of those things of like, if you trust somebody's opinion, you want to check it out too. Like that's like, that's how I learned about music, is your friend or your whatever was, that person was like, you should check this band out. This band is great. Or, oh, you like this, you should try this. And, so I don't know. We'll talk a little more music about it. I think that's something fun. All right, everybody, I got to go to work. It's right over here. I'm going to do this. That's what I have to do when I go to work. So, temperature wise though, what did I guess? Did I do a guess? I don't think I guessed. Last night, oh yeah. Billy Strings. What is it? Dust in a Baggie, I believe. So real quick, Jim, Billy Strings, Tyler I don't know if it's Childer or Childer, but Tyler Childers. And there's another guy, he's got a real deep voice, but he's like Colton something. All of that is great, and it's just great guitar playing, great songwriting. The songs could be played on a solo guitar or with a full ensemble, if you will. So it was great. All right, I'm gonna get to work. Oh wait, let's say I'm gonna say it was 41 today. It felt like it was 41. Let's see where. Ooh, hot-blooded today. Feels like 29. Dang. You know what we need, Scott? We need to get someone to sponsor our temperature. Brought to you by blank. Carter Wall. That's it, or Colder Wall. That's exactly it. Yeah. So, all right, everybody. Have a great day. Good talking to you. Enjoy your coffee. Enjoy. Oh, you know what? I wonder if there's a way we could share links. Talk about music instead of like a book club. To do a music club. So here's the like I know I keep trying to end the show and I keep talking. This is me and music. Like I could just blah 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 about music. The problem with like I've thought about trying to do like a radio show, like where I just play music, and maybe sort of talk about it, like pick like 3 songs and like do all right. All right. Do you remember the movie? I'm sorry, the show's going on. Show's still rolling. I'm sorry. Do you remember the movie Pump Up the Volume, where Christian Slater was an underground radio DJ, and he would play for 20 minutes or 3 hours or whatever he felt like. That movie, I haven't watched it in so long. I don't know if it was good or not. Like, but the idea of the movie was so great to me that you just did a show in your basement. And I believe he was like a pirate radio, like he had his own frequency or something like that. But I've thought about doing something like that. But you get into, right, it's in a great horrible, it's a great horrible movie. I would put Empire Records right there as a great bad movie. But the problem is you can't play. There's like copyright deals. Like if you play the music over too much of an extent of it, you can't be publicly seen, or like they said they shut them down, or it's so I don't know. I might look into that too. Talk hard. So Mark, it's funny that you're on this morning. Was that a movie for you? Was Pump Up the Volume? Because you were in the middle of the industry at the time. You know what? It's actually I'm late. Mark Dancer, ladies and gentlemen, radio legend, and just a legend in general. Great dude, good friend. I'll talk to everybody later tomorrow. And for now, I mean, I love most of you. Actually, I think I love all of you, even you.